What's happening, gang? It's your boy Retro back again with another reaction video. Yeah. Today we got another huge update as we now seeing Alina Habba, legal spokesperson and attorney for Donald Trump, coming forth new key details, updating us following that guilty verdict coming from the jurors in the state of New York on that charade hush money case. So we now have her going off on that Judge Juan Merchan and his corruption and the way he has allowed D. Alvin Bragg to use his courtroom as a circus. I'm excited to get into the update, see exactly what's going on there, what new information has came out and surfaced. So we're gonna get straight to the clips and I'll get my thoughts on the back end, guys. So definitely stick around to the end. So guys, get my thoughts on the back end, and also YouTube pushes this video out. Definitely stick around until the end, you guys. But yeah, let's get straight into the news. Before we do that though, make sure you guys hit that like button for me and also hit that subscribe button, guys. We're on the road to the truth. Hop aboard for the journey. Yo, let's get into it, y'all.
All right, here to react to today's verdict, former President Trump's legal spokeswoman. Well, not former. I mean, she's President Trump's legal spokesperson, Alina Habba. She's been in the courtroom the whole time. You know, everybody I know around President Trump says he's completely stoic. Saw this coming. I guess that was clear in his comments about Mother Teresa. However, I'm sure it doesn't take the sting away. And based on the actions of this judge, one has to wonder, you know, 4 days before the RNC, is he going to release President Trump on his own recognizance pending appeal? Is he going to declare he has to have home confinement, can't go to a debate, can't go to his own convention pending appeal? Or will he want to send him to jail? Nothing that judge decides will shock me.
No, it won't shock me. Let's remember who this judge is, Sean. Let's be very clear. And I am so happy to be on this show on such an important day in American history, because if we don't stop this now, we are done. And I don't mean now, I mean right now, as in yesterday. Judge Merchan today watched my client. I watched him. I watched the jury say guilty 34 times, and I watched him. And he looked at my client, and he covered his mouth. And he covered his mouth probably because he was smiling. Let's be very clear. This judge has Bannon, Weisselberg, and no shock to me, Trump. And he is 100% a man that should have recused himself. But our justice system is so broken right now, Sean. And I want to also remind the American people of one thing. I am a legal spokesperson. I am also an American. And I will be voting for Trump, not because of President Trump, who I obviously support, but because I support America. And so does he. Our country is currently in a serious state, and we cannot look at this as anything other than a serious state of affairs where we have an issue, where people are using politics in the legal courtroom. It cannot happen anymore. I have seen it. I have been in court since October, trial after trial after trial. For 15 years, I have been practicing law. I have never seen anything like this in my life. And that judge intentionally wouldn't even allow, in pretrial proceedings that the court will not report, they would not allow us to bring up that President Trump didn't even take deductions. He didn't do anything wrong. His CFO, him, the Trump organization, the family, nothing. But that evidence was kept away from the jury, and it is intentional. This is not America. And I'm speaking to MSNBC viewers and CNN viewers, the Rachel Maddows, the Caitlin Collins. It is time to come together, because this administration does not care about us. They do not. They care about themselves.
They don't care either, because they got what they wanted politically. And
that's right.
You know, for them, it doesn't matter. The ends justify the means. I will say this, and I said this a number of days ago. I was on Fox and Friends, and on this show I said it. This is not going to impact the election, is my prediction, in 158 days. I don't believe it is. You know, it's amazing. You know, Michael Cohen himself testified that he told many people that he did this on his own. You know, at that point, stop right there. That should have ended whatever novel legal theory they're putting out. And I said also, Donald Trump can't get a fair trial in New York City. And he didn't get a fair trial in New York City. And by the way, I'll find the money, and I'd love to buy Mar-a-Lago for $18 million and turn around and sell it for $1 billion, because that's New York City's legal system. How sad and pathetic is this?
Yeah, but it's not about Trump. And I really want everyone to understand that. I am the lawyer. I see the rulings. I see the hearings. It's before the trials start that they do this to us. It's before we can go in. It's so that his legal spokeswoman is gagged, so that his campaign is gagged, so that President Trump is gagged. And I'm still gagged, and so is he. And you know why? Because they don't want us to speak the truth. That's called censorship. That is not our country. We don't do that. Let Americans vote for who they want. And you know what they don't want? They don't want what is going on right now, I assure you. Because when I walk in the streets in New York by myself, I am praised and loved. And I will tell you, President Trump, what we saw today was people streaming up and down the streets, waiting to see him just to give him a thumbs up. We drove down and down, and the numbers just don't lie. Look at the polls. Sean, we are in a serious state of affairs. America is under siege in a different way than I ever thought was possible. And I never thought it would be people with a law license that would be doing it, judges that would be doing it. It's a disgrace.
Let me be clear on one thing, too. You know something? I don't want a weaponized system of justice to go after Democrats and treat them the way Donald Trump has been treated. I want equal justice, equal application. I'd like to have our constitutional republic back, and that's what I think most good, decent, honorable Americans want. Alina, you've been very generous with your time throughout this whole trial. Thank you very much.
Yo, there we have it, guys. More insider updates coming from Trump's legal spokesperson and attorney, Lena Habba. I feel like this is where you should check in and try to get the updates because she's right there on the scene. All the legal troubles and battles that Donald Trump is going through, she's right there by his side, whether she's representing him or not. She's in the courtroom, even when there's no cameras. We can rely on Alina Habba. Right here, we could see the disappointment on Alina Habba's face. I mean, she realized that this was probably going to be our reality, but she didn't want to believe it because we're in that blue state of New York. It was almost impossible to get, a good set of jurors. And we already knew this, and that's why Trump was arguing and fighting. Him and his legal team were trying to get this out of the state of New York. I do appreciate that Alina Habba is speaking with a very reassuring tone, letting us know that, Trump is not fazed by this. He's seen it coming also, and he was well prepared. As long as Trump is in high spirits, I think we're in good shape. We got to think about it as, this isn't Donald Trump versus this weaponized state. And him solely fighting his battles alone and for himself, guys. You got to think they're ultimately coming for us. If they do it to Donald Trump, they do it to us. You guys seen Trump's statements following that guilty verdict. He was in very high spirits. It was all positive messages. He was, slamming down, attacking that corrupt judge and DA Alvin Bragg and the way they brought about this charade case. Let them know they built this on little to no evidence and no foundation. There was no initial crime ever proven or brought about. They were solely just going after this guy for political reasons, and he's letting us know this isn't the end of this fight. And so is Alina Habba. She's saying that we have to hop aboard right now, even calling for left-wing media outlets, MSNBC, NBC to join forces to go against this administration because he's saying they're not on our side. Alina Habba is not wrong at all to be making that point, saying that that Biden administration is not on the side. But they do it to Donald Trump. They do it to you. All it takes is for you to get on their bad side at one time and they do the same exact thing to you, no matter if you're on the right or the left. So you just have to think about that when we're, going out there and saying that we're supporting Biden or we're supporting Trump. And that's what I feel like Alina Habba is trying to wake the folks up to. This was the final, wake up call for everyone on the left that is still sleeping. And this was an extremely loud wake up call for those on the left. I feel like we've seen, throughout this charade case, D. Alvin Bragg, we've seen a lot of Democrats coming forward and saying this is just flat out wrong. Even left-wing news outlets, media outlets covering that and saying, hey, this case is a charade political case. We can see that the judge should have recused himself, and we can also see that D.A. Alvin Bragg should have never brought about or revived this dead case, guys. I don't know. I think this case done exactly what Donald Trump, expected it to do. He didn't come with this thing thinking he was going to get off scot-free, but he wanted to get the optics, to show that he is a victim in the sense, they're coming after him with this weaponized state of the Department of Justice system, legal lawfare, and he's not able to do anything but, face the blues, face the madness, and just brave the storm. And he's getting so much support from it. We can see and relate with this guy on a whole nother level now, guys. Definitely hop in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts on what we just seen. We got the guilty verdict, but we got Alina Habba, Trump's legal spokesperson and attorney, coming forward saying this isn't the end of the road, guys. We have to join forces to overcome this large obstacle, guys. Definitely hop in the comment section and let me know your thoughts. Also, make sure you guys hit that share button and share this out to as many Facebook friends as possible, guys. Share the truth. Also, make sure you guys hit that like button. It doesn't cost one thing, guys. Hit that like button for your boy, and also hit that subscribe button. That's we're on the road to the truth. Hop aboard for the journey. I'll catch you guys on the next week.